I didn't think I was going to do a video on the package, but I think I'm just going to do package and Pillar of Autumn all at once. I think what's interesting is this cutscene. You can hear Carter talking like... Carter just has this sort of like tone to his voice that starts here, and you can really tell this war on Reach has been taking a massive toll on him. So yesterday we ended up doing Exodus and New Alexandria. I decided to do a double upload, even though I was originally going to make it one video. But actually today I saw a lot of stuff earlier just before I started to get here, but apparently Destiny 3 has entered the very, very, very early stages of development. I don't really know how to feel about that from the purpose of, I feel like it won't fix the issues. I think the issues come from Bungie, not from the game. Also, I did end up seeing Renegade. I guess people don't understand that Bungie for a long time now has done sort of like these, I don't know how to describe it. It's like when they get concept art and stuff made, they combine a lot of the art together, and so people were saying that it was like AI generated for Renegades and stuff, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say that it isn't. If it ends up being that, I mean, shocker, the company that steals art from other independent artists is also using AI. I mean, who would have thought? Some other stuff I ended up seeing though was, I believe Soulframe's Founder Edition of the game is out, which I already have Soulframe, so I'm not gonna get that, but I think that's really cool. I mean, I think Soulframe is a great game. It's a fun game. I ended up getting into the playtest or whatever, where you needed the codes, like the beta thing. I ended up getting into that a while ago, a couple months ago at this point. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna fix anything. I think it's still gonna be the same Bungie making a new game. And the problem is, if Destiny 3 is only just now entering the super early stages, then how long is it going to take? You gotta think, Destiny 2 turns 10 years old in 2 years. If you think that D3 in its entirety is going to be ready in 2 years, you are insane. So Destiny 2 is going to be over a decade old. That there's going to be over a decade of content, assuming the game isn't dead by the time that D3 comes out. That's also assuming that D3 is even going to continue to happen, because I mean, what are they going to do if no one cares? If you want my honest opinion, D3 should have happened like 5 years ago. Did they remove the ghost spawn? I could have sworn there were ghosts that would spawn over there. What happened? I guess on to some like more positive stuff that I like to talk about. I ended up seeing that Code Vein 2 ended up posting, I believe it was Lou Magmel's like statue that you can get in the, I believe, the collector's edition. It looks really good. It looks so good. Like I said, man, Code Vein 2, I'm going to be playing that, and I don't really care how the reception of the numbers do. I'm going to be playing that, and I'm going to make videos on it. I am not jumping through there, by the way. There's a way to basically negate this entire section, and I'm not doing it. Actually, now that we're fighting some Spec Op elites, I want to mention this real quick. In the Campaign Evolved, like the Halo 1 remake trailer that they showed, or like the gameplay demo, I never realized this because I only watched it one time, and that was it, because that's all I needed. But I ended up realizing this. The Spec Op elites that you find in Silent Cartographer, the dude playing the game either forgot they were there or only knew because of one thing that ends up happening, and that thing is that the reticle barely pans over one of them, and because it barely pans over one of them, while they're still fully invisible, by the way, they see the reticle turn red. So the dude, who probably has never played Halo 1, ends up sprinting into the room, like I said, basically forgetting that they were even there, and only realized because he ran into one of the elites, but also because his reticle was red. That completely negates that entire encounter, and it's really disgusting. I love the music in this part of the game. It's so eerie. Honestly, it reminds me a little bit of like, is it Portal? I don't know. Half-Life even. This is also another really good cutscene.
She's been expecting you.
That's perfect.
Something that I also really liked about Halo Reach is sort of like this found footage-esque thing that they have going on with the camera sometimes. It's so interesting, and I like that they did it. So this is the part of the mission that I've always sort of felt meh about. Like, it's not bad, but I never really cared for it in the same way. I have always enjoyed this part of the mission for the story implications, but so if you do the tribute room, by the way, I didn't really explain what that is, but over at the entrance to this area where we came in at, there is a switch if you go out of bounds, but there's a switch you can activate, and it opens up the tribute room, which is a secret little like Easter egg that the developers threw in. And what ends up happening is 10 of those elite generals with energy swords come out of the door at the same time. It's terrifying, but the tribute room is so worth it. I feel like I've said it about every cutscene in this game, but one of the best cutscenes in this game.
This AI is its custodian, and she has chosen you as her couriers.
Chosen? By an AI?
By this AI, yes. Her measure of you carries as much weight as my own, perhaps more. You are
And
to take
there
her to
she
the
is.
UNSC shipbreaking yard in Azad. There you'll find a Halcyon-class cruiser waiting to get her off planet.
I understand.
Do you? Mankind is outmatched. When Reach falls, and it will fall, our annihilation is all but certain. Unless we can glean from this artifact a defense against the Covenant. A game changer. On the level of the conical bullet in the 19th century, or faster than light travel in the 23rd.
And what if we can't?
An apt question, if there were somewhere else to place our hope. There is not.
There she is. It's got the music, the scenery, the visual aspect of it. It's all just beautiful.
Take it, Lieutenant. She has made her choice. Do you have it?
Yes,
Say the words, please.
I have it.
And so with this cutscene, we are tasked
need a heading
with
dot.
one final mission. The most important mission in the game. One of the most important in the franchise. We enter the final mission in Halo Reach.
That AI chose you. She made the right choice.
I love that line. I love that line so much. But this is the spot in the game where you can actually do one of the achievements that is not in MCC. You can drop down, jump, and it literally allows you to just straight up assassinate an elite, and it's really funny. This is a mission that rivals Exodus for me in terms of how often I've speedran it just by myself, like not doing full game. I think this might be the mission I have as much, if not more, time on. I love this mission. This is a perfect mission. Where Bungie started on the Pillar of Autumn, they finish on the Pillar of Autumn, and it's incredible all the way through. This mission is likely my second to third favorite mission in the game. Exodus and Tip of the Spear are both rivals to it. We're gonna do RNG drop, and we kind of got blessed. Now we're gonna do another RNG drop. Less than stellar. I might die for it, actually. So a little interesting thing. That's a methane re-upper for the grunts. That was a bad jump. But yeah, that's a thing that the grunts use for methane. So we jump up here, then right here, and then we hug this wall right here, jump here, and just like that, we have avoided this entire fight with a wraith and all the other shit. So, but now we get to this section where we will have our
We can get past this, sir.
final
No, you can't.
confrontation with the Scarab.
Not without help.
Commander, you don't have the firepower.
I've got the math.
Solid copy. Hit 'em hard, boys.
You're on your own, Noble. Carter out.
And there it is. Man.
Crevice to the east. Let's go.
The leader of Noble Team has joined George and Kat in their own death. Music, visual aspect, it is all deeply impactful. These little guys. So these are drones, or buggers. We saw them in New Alexandria, and I believe that is the only time in this campaign that they are present. But yeah, these guys have really small heads, so hitting them consistently is a bit challenging. I don't know if they're this small in the other Halo games, but at least in this game, they're very tiny. I think Halo 3 might be a bit easier, although to be fair, I think Halo 3's is easy because you have the BR, but... Alright, so that should be all of the buggers. Now we gotta deal with these skirmishers right here. Now, this is an invasion map, actually. I remember this. This is such a good invasion map, too. So instead of fighting all that because it's scary, we're gonna go like that. If you don't hit that jump, by the way, which I usually don't, you can grenade jump just as easily. So instead of fighting all the stuff over here, what we're gonna do instead, run over here. We're gonna hit this really fun jump. I did not have full stamina. I might be fucked. Wait for the stamina. There you go. Gonna be getting shot. Normally you won't take any damage though, thankfully. And now this is where we just need to run like hell. Get in the door, hug the wall. There you go. All right, now we're gonna do a despawn. And we go right here. We're gonna go up, up, up. I got too much momentum. Do that. And then I do like this because we have plenty of concussion rifle ammo. Now we're in here, get the checkpoint, and that is a phantom, and we're gonna wait for it to fuck off. We drop and we just run. There are 2 elite ultras right there, and they are scary. But in doing that, what we end up doing is we despawn these hunters, so we don't have to fight the 2 hunters and a couple other enemies here, and we get through the window, and then we back into the door. So backing into that door is what allows us to hit the checkpoint and the load zone. All right, so we're gonna try to do this. I haven't done it in a very long time, but if I can get it, I will.
Copy, Noble. My Pelican's ready. Clear an LZ.
And just like that, we have the Mac cannon. That didn't actually take as long as I thought it would. I was honestly expecting that to take a little bit longer, but I'm glad it didn't. There he is, the chieftain. All right, there's 1 chieftain gone. So we are gonna have to drop down to the fuel rod chieftain, which is a fucking scary thought, but we have to. Here we fucking go. So obviously things happen.
Catherine assured me I could count on you.
Not just me, sir.
They'll be remembered. Cruiser, adjusting heading for the autumn. Noble 4, I need fire on that cruiser or we're not getting out of here. Do you copy?
I have your window, sir.
Bridge, this is the captain. We have the package. Returning to the autumn, over.
Copy that.
And here we witness
Who's next? I'm ready! How about you?
I think that line is so impactful. Emil, to the end, was never...
Hell out of here!
Negative. I have the gun. Good
There
luck,
it is.
sir.
Good luck to you, Spartan.
And just like that, we are the last remaining member of Noble Team on Reach. Yeah, even to the very end, Emil was never a quitter. Even in his final dying moments, he spends it taunting the Covenant, almost in a I'm not sure what kind of a way, but almost mocking them like they didn't get the best of him. And there's their leader right there. It's that fucking field marshal. That is a scary fucking elite. Look, even the plasma overcharge on just legendary doesn't take off the shield. Like, that fucker on lasso is the scariest enemy in the game. So now what we have to do is run up these stairs, but we're gonna do a sort of like little cheat code type of thing. So we're not gonna do any of that because it's very likely we die. So we're gonna wait for a very specific voice line before we start to make our move here. But yeah, this being the send-off to Halo Reach is just incredible. This being the send-off to Bungie's version of Halo is also just so incredible. I love this game with every fiber of my being, and I'll get more into that once we actually finish the mission. But this has been such an enjoyable, I think it's been 2 or 3 days, but it's been so enjoyable for me because I haven't looked at every cutscene in this game in a very long time, and man, it hits the same every single time. It's just so good. All right, so that's the line we need is fire now. Start charging. Bam. And with that, Halo Reach is officially completed, and I'm gonna do the little Easter egg here in case someone doesn't know about it, but I'm gonna do it right here. So the Pelican's gonna come in, and there is Master Chief in the cryopod, and just like that, the Pillar of Autumn takes off. And there it goes. What a fucking ending.
We're away. The package is with us.
Now, Noble 6 is the last remaining Spartan that is on Reach as a planet and is the last remaining Noble team member. And so, where Bungie ends their tenure of their Halo games.
Cortana, all I need to know is, did we lose them?
I think we both know the answer to that.
And there's that line. That line should sound very familiar as well. But where Bungie's tenure of making Halo ends, it is a reminder of their beginnings. And there is Halo. This game, I play through it every so often, and every single time I do, I'm reminded of why it is one of my favorite games of all time, but also one of my favorite Halo games of all time. I am a bit sad. I believe MCC ends up cutting out the message they leave at the end there if you just sit in that cutscene. It is a great message you should go find. I believe it's on the internet somewhere. It's basically them explaining their next horizons and stuff, and it's beautiful. But this is the true final mission of Halo Reach. This is Lone Wolf. You can see very little Covenant are still on Reach because at this point the planet is basically fully glassed and there really isn't any survivors on the planet, if any at all, except for us. Now what you'll notice is that there are other Spartans strewn about, but it is just us. From what I can remember in lore, Noble 6 lasted for like 6 hours or some shit. I'm not doing that. Like, let's be so serious. Tooth and nail just fighting the Covenant. It is truly an awesome thing to learn and also experience in some form. I'll give it the good old college try or whatever it's called, but yeah, this mission gets hectic very fast, especially on the higher difficulties. Oh, there we go. We can start to see some of the... Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, we can start to see some of the damage on the visor, but just thinking canonically that Noble 6 was doing this for hours is insane to me. Knowing that they're gonna die at some point. I mean, they're on a deserted planet with nobody else but them on it. And just looking to kill as many Covenant as possible is just incredible. And right there is the end of Noble 6, is the end of Halo Reach, and is the end of Bungie's Halo games. Now, this is Reach in 2589.
Our enemy was ruthless, efficient, but they weren't nearly fast enough. For you had already passed the torch, and because of you, we found Halo, unlocked its secrets, shattered our enemy's resolve. Our victory, your victory, was so close. I wish you could have lived to see it. But you belong to Reach. Your body, your armor, all burned and turned to glass. Everything. Except your courage. That you gave to us. And with it, we can rebuild.
What a beautiful cutscene to end Halo on. So this series is only just beginning of me playing through all the Halo games and putting them on my channel and all that, but for Bungie, this was it. And so with that, we have officially finished Halo Reach. I wanted this video to be a little bit longer because I've noticed the last 2-ish videos on Halo have been pretty fucking short, and that's my bad, but I figured I may as well just go out on a bang and make this game end in a more special way. But I love Halo Reach. It is one of my favorite games of all time. It is a perfect game to me. I love it with every fiber of my being. And something that I feel like I need to iterate here is this was my first Halo game 15 years ago. And I still remember playing through this game when I was younger and experiencing it for the first time. And the funny thing is, I still feel the same exact way I did 15 years ago. This was my first Xbox game. It was my first shooter. It was not my first game of all time. My first game I ever played was Pokemon Emerald on GBA. That was a great console, by the way. Anyway, we are not done with Halo, but we are done with Halo Reach. And if you guys did enjoy this video, drop a like down below. And if you want to see some more of this type of content from me, it's going to be a pretty big streak of Halo, I'm not going to lie, but drop a sub. I am going to have to edit all this down and do all that, but Halo 1 should start tomorrow or maybe later today if I feel like double uploading again. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all later for some more Halo.